Hey everyone! Happy Friday, we survived yet again, and we're back to the Llama's Agoraphobic Megabase. Which sounds so ironic, because when I launched Factorio today, I realized that I don't have much of the space anymore. And I have noticed that I try to squeeze things in the spaces where I would prefer to not squeeze things in, that I need to make a few changes. And today we're going to landfill quite a lot of space. If there is a place that will need water, then if I landfill way too much, if I am going to use landfill way too much, then I am going to deliver the water with train. I don't care, but some water needs to go today. And as you can see, we got plenty of water of ponds, and I usually like this natural environment, but I can see that it only gets in the way. And I am fed up with it right now. We're going to use a lot of landfill, and the pond to the east is going to disappear unless we are not able to produce enough of the landfill, which is quite possible. But we'll see how it goes. Many problems of this base are related to very bad production, which is a bad smelting area. Not a lot of material that is supposed to be delivered. Okay, we're looking at copper. Let's not look at the copper, but let's look at iron, for example. There are certain areas in which I could possibly improve the delivery of the materials that are needed for smelting. This is an abomination. Don't look at that. Don't look. And in general, I feel limited by things like belts. Some of the balancers are not possible to be made, at least the balancers that I have in my balancer book that I use for little cheating. They cannot be used with the yellow belts. And this is something that makes me really fed up. So we're probably going to destroy a lot of stuff today, but this smelting area should be made better already. We should have the opportunity to get beacons, to throw the beacons inside, and to make a bigger smelting area in the first place. But where to do it? I have no idea. Like, when I look at it, there is absolutely no space. But you know where we could possibly place it? Yes, where this pond is located, pretty much. And that's what I am talking about. I am fed up with having to be squeezed in between two really big ponds, and the third one from the top, and the other one here and there. Something needs to change today, Llamas.
Hello, how's it going here?
I believe it's going great, but I don't know about you guys, so you let me know in the chat. Let me say hello to everybody who have arrived so far. We got Laser, Tom, Mossy Meow, Lati, Panoman, Mr. M. Good to see you, everyone. How was your week so far? Was it busy? Was it exciting? Was it exhausting? Was it all at once? I hope it wasn't all at once. Nobody deserves to have so many things happening in their lives, so we need to have a little bit of balance, right? So today, no matter what happens, but of course I am curious what happens, so let me know. No matter what happens, I hope we will have a little bit of the unwinding time today. Oh, I can hear that Tom had a really bad day today. What happened? Are you comfortable with talking about that on stream? Feel free to either tell us or DM me if you need to talk, if you need to be cheered up a little bit. Also, I can see the suggestion in the chat that we would like to read Factorio Friday Facts. That's a really good idea, Masimeka Meow. What do you call a game that isn't real? Fictionario. Let's see. That was a good one. Wait for it. Once again, what do you call a game that isn't real? A Fictionario. Good to see you all, llamas. And Mr. M, thank you so much for the subscription and for supporting me with Twitch Prime. Let's have some love and hype and hearts in the chat, and Laser, please help me with my bot. Can you gift my bot a sub? Week was busy, fit of overwork start of the week, but a bit earlier from work because of it today. Yay! Alright, so a bit of overtime work. Okay, I understand. So, feels good, man. Feels good to have a little bit of time earlier when the weekend is about to start. I hope that you'll get your energy back, that you'll charge your batteries. If you don't know how to charge your mental batteries, you just need to place down a few of the solar panels and then get some accumulators and possibly connect yourself to the accumulators mentally, and boom, you get free energy. Don't do that in real life. I have no idea what would be the consequences. I was just joking. Just trying to cheer you up, guys. Tom says, I got C in history because my teacher can't understand that I have other tests. I understand the issue. I think I understand the issue. So was it possible for this test to be moved to other... to happen a week later or something like that? I don't know what is your experience, guys, but at least in my school, especially in high school, the teachers were very, very busy and focused on their own area of expertise. So in many cases, they didn't care much about other areas of expertise that much, unless there were some rules that would forbid having too many tests in a week.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
So that's understandable that you're fed up with it, Tom, but all I can say is you know what you're capable of, and I'm sure that you could, if you would have enough of the time, you would probably nail that test to get A. But sometimes life can be unfair a little bit. But I think I can be pretty confident with telling you that you might not consider it a problem in a year or so. I think that many of us just want to forget about school when we graduate, and that's it. Of course, right now it is a very sad information, but the point is that the teachers don't really like to change things because something else is more important or was announced earlier, some kind of test was announced earlier. And I had this kind of issue with the teacher that was teaching the literature in my class. They were really fed up with the fact that I was more into maths and IT related stuff than the literature, even if I really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, guys. And actually I have heard a few really unkind words from that teacher because they automatically assumed that I ignore everything else. No, there was just another priority at the current time. So some teachers will behave this way, even if it seems to be a little bit difficult to understand. I tried to, at least I tried to explain it to myself at a time, that those teachers are doing exactly the same thing over and over for many, many years of working there, and they cannot see other perspectives anymore. Of course, not every teacher is like that, but at times you just need to accept it, even if it's a little bit unfair. I'm still sorry to hear that this thing happened to you. But the point is, you can't change some people, unfortunately. And welcome Procrastinate Depression and EPD MVP. Great to see you guys. We're just talking about school. Let's give a little bit of hugs to Tom. Also, thank you for posting your doggo picture lately. I really enjoyed that one. Laser, it's that time of the month again. Exactly. It's that time of the month when Llama is very, very ashamed of the fact that she doesn't care to log into the bot accounts in order to give the credit card number and to redeem the, to just subscribe each month. Yes. And every time I am ashamed. But now we can all use the hype, so I think it's all figured out already, right? At least we can make fun of it, that I need to ask Laser about this again. Laser, can you help me, please? This is strange, but it is what it is, guys. It's better for Laser to use my credit card or his credit card. I mean, we share our finances, so it doesn't matter if we use our credit card. But the point is, it's better for him to use the card than for me to use the card, if you know what I mean. Let's make fun of the stereotypes and women. Yeah. Hope things are going better here than they are IRL. Yes, Procrastinate Depression, you nailed it. At least in my case, streaming is good. Yep, streaming is really good. It feels so much better than in real life. Real life is a mess. And yep, it's just another weekend. And I'm going to enjoy it with a little bit of Factorio. That's my plan. I don't know if your plan is similar, but I hope that we can embark on this adventure together. And by the way, try to landfill a place without killing the fishies. Yes, I am going to pick up all of those fishies. Also, look how cute it is for this Spidertron to move like this. I don't know who animated this little guy, but it's amazing. Thank you, Blady, welcome. Streaming is great. Donations are welcome. I don't know what the donations are, but sounds great to me. Yeah, thank you. Oh, the test could be moved to Tuesday, damn it. Well, sometimes the teachers can be a little bit stubborn, and the real life proves that sometimes people might not necessarily be right. Sometimes they just want to show that they're in the position of power and they are making the decisions that affect you. And you are not always in the position to discuss that. Unfortunately, the faster you learn it, the better, the less of disappointments you will get, Tom. So the subject was history and revolution 1848. That had 4 pages. Well, it doesn't matter. It's like, it doesn't matter that it was 4 pages or how much. If you were very busy and couldn't really find time or space, like mind space, however that sounds, to actually learn this, maybe you had a little bit too much things going on. And there is something like real life as well. There is not only school. But again, I'm sorry to hear that it happened, Tom. Maybe the teacher will think about their behavior and they will consider being a little bit nicer and helping you out. Well, it's always the best teachers are the ones that can really understand the students, right? And they understand that the students have their struggles as well. They have their priorities as well. But unfortunately, I haven't met that many teachers in my life who were very user-friendly, if I can call it this way. Jesus, what happened? Oh my god!
Is welcomed.
I haven't heard that in a very, very long time. Oh my god, thank you, thank you, wow! Somebody just sent a tip. Thank you! Thank you! That's all I can say. So yeah, apparently the stream was great enough. Oh yeah, Stream Raiders. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wait a minute, I am going to get back to Stream Raiders. Yes, that was correct. I was just very busy complaining about teachers regarding Tom's situations. See, this kind of stuff stays with you forever. We got the new Fallen Hearts event. I'm just going to launch the battle. And then we'll discuss everything that happened in a moment. Welcome to the Abyss, Captain. Celestial Princess Julienne was kidnapped by our enemies, the Abyssals. Oh my god, it happened again. Like, it happened last year. Your deeds are well known in Celestia. You honor us with your help in this rescue mission. But it turns out that the princess actually loves the bad guy, and maybe the bad guy is not that much of the bad guy. Anyway, I am going to place down the tank, and this tank is a special one. It's a breacher tank that deals extra 60% damage to other armored units, so I should be like safe to be around, but I don't know. I am going to use the vibe. You place whatever you want, wherever you want. See you in about 30 minutes on the battlefield. You know the best what you're doing in this game. You're better than me in this case. So yeah, remember what you're doing with the Stream Raiders, so make sure that you're choosing me as your stream captain, and that you place your units every 5 minutes, and you know the best what kind of units you want to use. Thank you for participation and for the reminder. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Love it, guys. Thank you. So thanks for the reminder about the FFF. Yes, I will try to read it on stream. Why not? It's going to be additional practice for me. I wanted to do some reading streams in the past and I tried many times. If we want to read FFF, so then of course we can try it out. Just let me add a a window, and then I am going to try to read it if possible, but yeah, this time I have checked that I am not making it automatically visible. Alright, so let's see. I have opened it already. Did I? Did I? Yep, I got Friday Facts opened, and for some reason I cannot see that. Strange. Give me a moment. It's always a problem with the sources. Alright. For some reason, the the Google Chrome is not visible as the source. I might have to turn it off and on again or something like that. Yep, I had to turn it off and on again. Imagine. Alright. I got this. Almost, and we can read, actually, yes. But let me read the chat first. A mess is a good way to put it. Power's out because the Inado trashed a town 15 minutes south of here. Had to haul 5-gallon buckets of water out of the basement because the sump wasn't running. Due to that whole no power thing. Damn it. It is really a mess. I'm sorry to hear that, but it's good that nothing happens to you. Procrastinate depression. So all in all, the best thing is that you're safe, and there are some difficulties going on in your life right now, but you're still alive, you're safe, and sometimes we're not even aware of that too much, that we might be lucky at times, you know what I mean? I hope you will get the power back soon. Like, wait a minute. You got the power back. Right? Sorry, I got a brain fart. Literally. And my brain might not be very squishy today. But I just hope that the things will get better soon. Procrastinate depression. Is bad guy here played by Mats? Oh no, Mats could never be a bad guy. Never, ever, ever, ever. We can add web source and interact with it in OBS. Yeah? Oh yeah, this way. No, I am just using the window. The point is that usually I was adding the source and it was visible automatically. So if I had some strange windows opened that I wouldn't like to show you guys for some particular reasons, because because mysteries, then usually I was yeah, I was making it visible by accident. That's it pretty much. Let me check one thing. Let me log into Streamlabs that logged me out because it had nothing else to do. You don't use it for 5 days and boom. Oh my god! I got the message. Is welcomed. So yeah, thank you. Stream was indeed awesome. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate that a lot. On my phone right now, so no power. From the sound of it, it's going to be at least 24 hours total. Oh no. So another 8 some hours at least. Damn. Are you sure that you will have enough of the batteries, you know, to call help if needed, if something happens? Alright, so I guess that we're going to spend a little bit of the time together. I hope that we will make some jokes to cheer you up, procrastinate depression, and Dom and anyone who feels bad today. Alright, let me landfill this little piece. I remind you about the stream raiders to make sure that we are not that we're not losing every attempt. And I will just stand really close to the landfill production and we will try to read FFF. I briefly checked it out, but when I checked that it is related to the logic stuff, then I was like, okay, I need to learn about logic to actually understand what is going on. So don't be mad at me. Yes, I said mad on purpose. Don't be mad at me for, well, not knowing much about the logic yet, alright? And it's dark again. Llama, you should really add this notification to add some lights. Okay, I can't do that. I am blind. Okay, we're getting back to get some more of the landfill, because I see really badly in the dark. And I always think bad about myself every time when I don't have nice lights in Factorio, that I forgot to place them down and that my brain is awful. Not very squishy brain today, Laser. Not very squishy. Where is it? Oh, not enough of the lights. Okay, let me place it here. So, yeah, looks much better. And I am just trying to replace stuff right there. We got 21 minutes for the stream raiders to run. Let me launch the Friday facts. There shouldn't be anything that could possibly dox me. There is no hot moms in your area or anything like that as the ads, so I can actually turn on the FFF. All right, let's read through it. Lightspeed circuits. Hello. If we have any circuit lovers reading, this is another dose of facts for you. First, let's talk about radar transmission network. It might be useful sometimes to send circuit signals over long distances. I personally never used it for anything, but when we were playtesting a while ago, Basket insisted that we include circuit wires into our rail blueprints, because you never know when it might be useful. I felt uneasy about it because it goes against the coding principle of write it when you need it, as it adds a bloat for something which might not even be useful later. But I understand that if it actually becomes needed, it would be way harder to fix later. From my experience as a software developer, I think I can speak up about it. Not sure if you have similar idea, but I would say yes, this is correct. On the other hand, if I would be a game designer, if I would be the software developer contributing to Factorio, I would probably ask myself, is there a mod that has been introduced that does this? Maybe we should add this to vanilla, so somebody is not going to need it as a mod. This will improve the general feel of the game, like some people were actually using it. And maybe we could actually ask the person how did they do it. For a very long time, I had to learn that using somebody else's code is nothing bad, that there is nothing wrong about that using Stack Overflow is not bad. I guess that they could just use the existing solution if there is any solution like that exists. I assume it doesn't exist. Maybe nobody needed that. I don't use much of the logic in Factorio. I don't use much logic in general in real life, apparently, so this is not a huge deal to me, but it might be a huge deal to somebody else. Alright, so it was just a matter of plugging in the cables and just having to drag them. I mean, yes, that will probably save up a lot of time for those people who are actually using logic a lot. EP, when you wrote it, I actually want to read it in a really strange way, and I don't know if this is allowed because this is not OnlyFans content, but I will try. Don't mind me doing that. Llama, your brain is so squishy. I don't know why I thought about it this way, but sorry. I did not ask for this. You did not ask, but what can we do? Sorry, my brain works a strange way today. Poor laser. Poor laser. Procrastinates depression says, got a generator running right now to run the sump pump so I can change with that if my battery gets too low. Brains are meant to be a little squishy, just make sure yours has some bumps and ridges. If it's smooth, that would be cause for concern. I am not sure. At times, I feel like the things that are happening in my life are causing my brain to go really, really smooth. Yeah. Now that's the content I can pay for. Jesus Christ, Laser. Laser, we are in the relationship. You're getting this stuff for free. But he didn't dare to complain yet. Okay, this conversation gets weird and we need to focus on Factorio Friday facts. It's Friday. We read Friday facts, right? To avoid this dilemma, we added a long-requested feature of wireless circuit transmission using radars. Hey, that's cool. Yeah. There are a lot of ways to do it, but we wanted to keep it simple, so we decided that there is just a single radar channel for each surface, still separated between red and green. This means you don't have to configure anything, you just connect the wire and you're ready to go. If the radar loses power, the circuit connection is severed. That's a good idea. If you are going to do this with the radars, then adding the wiring automatically to your rails doesn't seem to be needed that much, because if you're a good player, if you are a if you're an experienced player, if you're not clumsy like some llama like me, then you would definitely put radars in the places where you're going to build something anyway, and you want to have the overall look of all of your rails and all of your outposts. You want to see what is out there, what is happening, so you're placing the radars there. And you are just you're just fixing this issue. But I would be curious about, okay, if the they could do it a little bit different way as well. Of course, I'm not trying to consider it doesn't make a lot of sense or not, but if you could add the wiring to the rails, then make the rails cost higher, like material cost to make it higher. By the way, I need to place FFF under my Spacesuit. Alright, sorry for the inconvenience. Hello, Fairy-san! Good to see you. Alright. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah. Although connecting everything at once, I wonder if they have limited it. Let's say somebody has got a Megabase. Why do I think that I want to break this somehow? Let's assume that somebody has got a Megabase, and of course they have the radars distributed really nicely so they can see the whole Megabase and all of the outposts, what is happening there. So they have all of the vision. And they want to, let's assume that they want to plug in each radar into the network, like into this network, into this channel. Let's say everything goes to red, and it doesn't even matter what do you set up. You can set up something that doesn't make much sense, but you want to overload this network. Is it even possible? I don't know, just a thought. Cutting wires. Since all of the circuit network improvements have motivated me to use it more these days, I got annoyed more and more by the problem. I want to move the bottom set of combinators, but if I do it with cut and paste, all the wires between the two parts will be lost, and I have to rewire it. Yes, and you don't always remember it, and then it would be the best to make a screenshot, but you forget to take a screenshot, or you think you're going to remember this, and then your brain goes, nope, you don't need this kind of information, and it happened to me many times, actually. It became so annoying that I just had to add this quality of life feature to make it so the blueprint remembers the outside circuit wire connections and tries to reconnect them if possible. To minimize problems, these connections are only remembered when using the cut tool and are not and cannot ever be transferred into the blueprint library or blueprint export string. Interesting, but I can definitely approve of that. Once you set it up and it works the way you intended, you don't want to touch it. And now for the light speed is too slow, we need to go right to ludicrous speed. There's no such thing as too fast in Factorio. From the first machine placed, everything is about making them faster. Faster belts, inserters, assembling machines and speed modules to make them even faster. But that's not enough. Next you add beacons with speed modules and then another and another. And this is the stage of the base that I am at right now. I want to add beacons so badly to increase the production, because it feels like the base is just... The base could just use more and faster production, but you're always doing it wrong and it's always too slow. It's still not enough, it's never enough. Mods push the numbers even more and run into the limits of what the engine itself can handle. Oh, so there is... Okay, so there is some discussion on Factorio forums. Alright. I am not going to click on this. It has been reported a few times. Probably these are like three separate back reports, I guess. And every time we, or I, said roughly the same thing. Crazy numbers get crazy results. Unless base game runs into this. We don't want to make the crafting logic more complex or fragile. Just don't do that. One craft per tick is fast enough. Reminds me of Factorio is fragile, but not that fragile. But then Space Age happened, with its legendary speed modules, and all of a sudden, it's a base game problem, and it was time for me to eat crow and find a solution. Handle the edge case, but don't make the main case sour. Good approach. Conceptually, it's a simple fix. Loop the crafting logic if it needs to run faster than one craft per tick. But things are never that simple code-wise. Years of optimizations and features around assembling machines meant any changes done had a high likelihood of breaking something if I didn't fully understand what each line of code was supposed to be doing and what it was actually doing. Why I never tried to read more of the Factorio Friday facts, guys? This is kind of approach I really need. This is something that would help me out to unwind from my workplace, from the craziness of we need to do more faster and it needs to be done now. If they keep this kind of approach for real, I wish I could work there, seriously. After about 2 days of looking over the code, rearranging and writing comments, explaining parts to myself, I had a plan for how I was going to make it work. The final changes to make everything function correctly took about 1 hour to write and worked correctly the first try. Ooh, flexing! That's not supposed to happen and left me with doubts. Oh, okay. Self-reflection is important. Several extra tests later and asking boss kids to try to break it, it was confirmed to be correct. The 2 days of analyzing and understanding the existing code paid off. Oh, so nothing broke in the long run. I was hoping for some kind of epic story and it didn't happen. Actually, it's very interesting to read this kind of approach. That tells me they don't write unit tests. You said that. I haven't accused them of doing so. Of not writing the unit tests, but yes, it sounds like this. Unfortunately. But the thing that hit me a little bit is that they said, after about 2 days of looking over the code, rearranging and writing comments, explaining parts to myself, I had the plan, blah blah blah. Actually, I tend to do this as well. When I try to understand a piece of code, and I know that I have this repository parts patched and that I am probably going to change that 1,000 times, at least I am trying to write the pieces that are particularly difficult for me, was particularly hard for me to understand, and let's say I had to debug a piece of code in order to see the connections with other functions, with the outside functions and so on. So I tend to write the explanations. I understand that the code should be, the best documentation should be the code itself, but it doesn't work all the time to me, especially if the same piece of code was being maintained by different teams over time, and sometimes the people who could explain to you how this piece of code works, maybe they don't work at the company anymore, or maybe they are on the sick leave, or maybe they don't have time to explain it to you, whatever. Debugging and writing the code pieces, writing the comments and explaining the pieces. I thought that I am a noob for doing this, actually, and it's great that I'm not the only one who does that. Code, you mean the green stuff in the Matrix? Yes. And you know what? The Matrix thing works this way. You take those strange characters from the Matrix, the green ones, and then you make it into the green stuff. You know, the green stuff company that is making, well, the green stuff and other stuff. This is how they make the materials for the miniature painting industry. Yes, they literally take out the characters from the Matrix and they pack it together so it turns into the green stuff. That's my theory. Code turns into resin. That's very reasonable, isn't it? Okay, let's get back to the FFF. But I'm glad that it paid off, actually. But I was hoping for... it broke. A legendary foundry crafting at a swift... How much? 2500% speed. Completing 4.33 crafts per tick. If I will ever get there, guys, if I would ever get there, that would be amazing. The underlying issue has been fixed, and as far as I can tell, the only limit on how fast they can craft now is how many ingredients the machine has and how much space is available in the output slots. As always, wirelessly transmit your thoughts to us at the usual places. And let's not forget about the best feature ever. So let's launch the rocket. Woo! If there is anyone who never launched the rocket in Factorio, at least visit factorio.com and launch the rocket on their website. I wish this could become an achievement of some sort. Anyway, we got through Factorio Friday Facts, and if you would like for it to be read pretty much each week, we can definitely try things out. Yeah. Alright, let's check what is happening at the landfill stage. Not much landfill. Not much landfill. I think that we need to... Unfortunately, we will have to expand this. Because I want to landfill a giant pond, remember? So let's just copy, paste... yeah, copy, paste. There is a chance... There is a chance that I am not going to have the stuff that is needed, but we're in the logistic network. We will see the construction bots should move their tiny butts. I will just try to give them the stack inserters. We got the first battle that is ready. And we got 4 allies on the battlefield. You're really not in the mood to play today, but we're doing it anyway. So let's start the battle and see how it goes. Welcome back, Mosi Mekamio. Thank you for joining again. We have just read Factorio Friday Facts, and it's great to hear that they are making the, those the logic signals that they can transmit it with the radars. This is a great idea. Your reputation was well earned, Captain. Princess Julienne will be saved in no time. I don't know. Do we want to save the princess? I am not sure about that. Alright, let's get another... Yep, let's go with the easy path. Let's pick the easiest way, low-hanging fruit, but at least we're going to get some things done on the battlefield. Should we save her, really? Okay, spoiler alert from past year. She has been kidnapped last year as well. And she actually turned out to be in love in that guy. So should we really get in the way of the true love, guys? This could be a little bit unfortunate to the princess and her loved ones. Alright, let's get back to Factorio. Hello, lovely Kenny the pirate! How was your adventure in general? I assume that you're back. And back to work, and back to real life, and back to the boring stuff. Oh, we don't even have the assembling machines. Okay, great. We don't have a lot of stuff. Okay. Hello, Megath! Good to see you. We read FFF today, guys, for the first time ever, I think. I'm not sure if I have read FFF ever on the stream, but it's nice because we got a little bit of practice. I got some reading practice. You know what's going on. I get to know what is going on. Actually, I regret not reading more FFFs in the past, because there seems to be a little bit of reasonable approach. Something that I have been missing for the past few months in my life, in my workplace. Could that be considered a lawsuit already if I am saying such things about my workplace? I just had a crazy time in my life. That's it. It was fantastic, Kenny says. Every meal was amazing. Hang out with Rolik. Oh, awesome! And the family ate the most amazing steak dinner ever. It was a lovely weekend. Feels good? Feels good for you, Kenny. And also, please, please, please hug Bells. I hope you're doing that on a regular basis. Last time when I responded to her message, I tried to ask if you really hug her every time when I ask. But I didn't get the response. Happy lurking, Miguel. Damn, good to hear that you have seen Rolik. How is he doing? Is he going to stream? And how is Shred? Have you heard from Shred as well? I just hope that they are doing well. This is the moment when I could possibly say I could have tears in my eyes. Good memories. These were good times when Rolik was a little bit more active and Shred was a little bit more active. The only streamer that I remember from that time who is not a speedrunner, like, let's not talk speedrunners. I think that the only streamer that is left is Inter from the part of the Factorio community that I actually know. I haven't seen Countdown in a very, very, very long time. I haven't seen Shred in a very long time. Yeah. Feels like the community has lost very valuable members. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. I just miss those good old times. Look at these legs, so cute! Alright, I am not giving up on this. This pond needs to disappear, and yes, we're landfilling all of this. And I could possibly use the bots for that, but guess what? We don't have the logistic network that would cover this area because we don't have enough of the energy. And there are many problems. We don't have enough of the materials, we don't have enough of the ore. The plates are not produced fast enough. We need more energy and we need more oil. It seems like we need everything at the same time. So I am just trying to landfill as much as I can right now to try to plan the space for the smelting area with beacons, so I don't have to squeeze things in. I want to avoid this at all cost. But of course I didn't really care about making landfill, and I believe that it was Mega who said that I should, or was it Inter? I don't remember. If more of you were mentioning that, please do not hesitate to call me out on this. You said, Llama, you will need much more of the landfill in the future. And I was like, no, I want to make the minimum. I don't need that much. You know that I like the natural ponds, and I still like the natural ponds, especially because this one is not polluted yet. So it looks nice and bright and pretty. I like this shade of blue. But the factory must grow, so we need to sacrifice some things. And speaking of sacrificing things and growing the factory, there was an official release date announced for Frostpunk 2, and we have discussed it last week. But if somebody haven't heard of it yet, then I think it's a great opportunity for you to check the spring sale, because I have seen the information on Twitter that 11-Bit Studios announced that Frostpunk 1 is at a very, very good price right now. Of course, I didn't really want to check it out myself because I already got all of the DLCs, so this don't make any difference to me. But there is a huge sale from what I have heard. You could really use the opportunity and get the DLCs if you don't have them, or maybe get the base game if you don't have it, so you can feel some sweet, sweet oppression at times. I really enjoyed their post because they said that at the price of one hearty meal with a sawdust, you're going to get Frostpunk. And I asked, is it possible to replace sawdust with those funny pills they have? Or was it used up the last autumn? And there is a pun in it, because the last autumn is the scenario, the DLC scenario in Frostpunk that is actually introducing those funny pills that you can add to the food, so your workers would work faster. Anything that could help you out with building your generator faster before the winter comes, you know, the worst winter ever. I guess using funny pills was not the absolutely worst idea, unless you promise the people that you will stop adding the funny pills because people are dying at times, and then you are you break this promise by accidentally turning it on when you turned it off already and you just wanted to check. Happened to me once. It was awful. I broke a promise. The hope has fallen. That was awful. Don't do the same thing as I did. And speaking of Frostpunk, I have one little hope, and I don't know if this makes any sense, but I have seen the gameplay trailer, and the gameplay trailer looks like... I'm not happy with the UI. It doesn't look the same way. It doesn't give me the same feel of the game as before. And maybe it's just me. But if they are planning to keep this UI, and I hope not, I'm sure that they are, well, they are much more experienced with the design, so I'm sure they wouldn't make this kind of mistake. I think they are going to work on it. They still have a little bit of time until July this year. I believe it was 25th of July or something like that, when they are about to release Frostpunk 2. But I need to admit, as a fan of this game, for a moment, I felt like some kind of promises or some kind of expectations I have towards this game are not going to be delivered because of the UI being a little bit too simple and a little bit too modern for my taste. So I thought, okay, maybe it's just the temporary version. Maybe they just wanted to show something because there are more important parts of the game to show right now if you haven't seen any gameplay trailer before. So I don't know, I will be waiting for that. But I'm a little bit concerned, let's put it that way. Okay, how much of the landfill we have? Oh no. Llamas, I don't think that this landfill will be... There is a chance, if I will be playing for 6 hours today, there is a chance that we're going to landfill of this area, but we need to deliver the stone faster than we deliver right now. There is no other way, I think. Does that make any sense, my llamas? I think so. And yes, I'm going to pick all of the raw fish because it turns out that it is needed for the Spidertron that I completely forgot about, because why should I remember? And it would be the best to have 1 or 2 Spidertrons. You can have more than that, of course, but I don't know how to multitask when it comes to Spidertrons, actually. I could use it to fight the biters without getting destroyed like a few times when I was trying to reduce the amount of nests. I could definitely use the rocket launchers, I just don't have enough of the weapons, and this is another thing that I should consider doing. Oh yeah, would you look at that? Oh, ho, ho, that train! That train! It's good that I am using the Spidertron from now on. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Use the same remote? Of course I can use the same remote, but it's just... I don't know how to fight with the few spider trons at the same time. That's why I am feeling a little bit weird about it. But I know that you can use the same remote, yes. Guys, we're not getting enough of the stone out there. Nope. Why do we need that? Oh, we need that for the rails, and the rails are needed for science as well, so we can't really get rid of that source. But we can dig a little bit more, because everything is being squished into one thing. Wait, are we in the network right now? Yes, we are. Fortunately, this is very, very good information out there. I'm not going to go with any balancer. All right. Cancel this. We got a lot of stone in here. I believe it was 2 million, 3 million, almost 4 million stone patch. We should be okay for a longer period of time. We're not making that much of the science anyway. Is it possible to... no. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yep, I forgot. Don't worry, I tend to ask myself a question, why did I do this to myself? And sometimes it's really hard to respond to this question. Oh, by the way, I started doing backtracking, and I will show you what I mean in a second, but I would like to add this new belt for the stone right now. So we can talk about this in a moment. It ain't much, but it's an honest work. And also I would like to tackle the trains. They annoy me so much. But I did this to myself. Well, I did this to myself. It's time to upgrade everything, pretty much. This goes here, this goes here. Ooh, almost. All right. No, the point is, J-Rock, that I am absolutely terrible at fighting. That's it. Also, good to see you. Happy weekend. It's work and lurk time, and your spider, Miss Llama. I'll pop in and out. Thank you for joining EPD MVP, and have a good time at work.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Oh wait, first this.
EPD MVP has subscribed for 27 months. We had Mr. M, who was subscribing for 17 months, and now EP, who is subscribing for 27 months. Guys, let's celebrate by having a little bit of hype in the chat. Thank you for your support, guys. Thank you. Have a good day at work, or night, depends on your time zone, but have a good time at work. This thing actually exists, to have a good time at work. And I strongly believe in that. Okay, let's get back to the landfilling situation. This is bad. If I want to get rid of all of this pond, it would be nice to have bots. We should get iron in the nice way. And also we added backtracking. Do you see that little belt that goes from the south to the north? It is being added. It is adding the plates to the very beginning of of my main bus. And why would I do that? So when I was checking which areas are really bad for the main bus, mostly copper and iron, you can see that in certain places there is a problem with delivering more of the material. And when I saw this, of course, I am trying to go with a little bit of... Okay, I was trying to manipulate the amount of product on the belts if needed by using the splitters that would have the output priority on one of the sides and so on. And then it would be the best to place the balancers afterward and try to balance it nicely. But right now I don't really have that much of the space. So what I am implying right now is probably we will have to expand to the south, and we will have to landfill the south as well, to make sure that we're spacing out all of these areas, because even if it was supposed to be so-called agoraphobic megabase, it seems like everything is too squished anyway. And I can feel that. I can feel that there is something wrong with this base. And maybe moving things around could be much more useful. If I could try to implement some kind of grid, that would be great in the first place. But let's move on to the backtracking. So when I was checking out what is missing, there are a few of the areas where we could really use a little bit of changes, let's put it that way. But when I go to the south a little bit more, I can see that, yeah, the situation is okay in general, but there is always a big issue with delivering stuff to the green circuits. And I could say, it's alright, yeah. But then, when we just move to the south and check things out, yep, it's okay, everything is okay, everything is okay. And at some point, of course, I am trying to use up some of the materials. We are launching the rocket as usual. So if we're launching the rockets as usual, then I am trying to just see how much of the basic products do I use that I have on the bus. And of course, the red circuits and the blue circuits, this is a huge fail. Let's be honest about it. But I was trying to focus on one of the plates that I would normally use and see if I can utilize it a little bit better. And then at some point, we stop using them and nothing happens really. So this would chill on the belt all the time and would stay unused. So I thought, okay, what if I will do some backtracking? So I will just send the belt all the way to the north, and then I will just make it into the loop, and I will try to reuse what was so lucky to get through the whole main bus, but is not used at the very end. If there is something that I would need to build in the future, I can make this longer, no problem. But I could actually use this product at the very, very beginning stage of the main bus, where there is the biggest need for the green circuits. There is something going on right there that affects the green circuits flow, and the green circuits flow affects the red circuit flow, and everything builds up on each other, and it might be a little bit difficult at times to handle this. So increasing the production, reusing what I have, well, actually reusing what I have is the easiest option right now. So that's why I added this kind of loop. And if I can't produce more than that, then at least I have the loop. Hello, evil space monkey. I am probably keeping in trouble. Yes, yes. There is no way to not keep in trouble, right? I just realized that everything is too squeezed in between two big ponds, and I'm trying to get rid of one of the ponds, which is not working that great yet, but at least I am increasing the amount of landfill that we're making, and we're going all in with that landfill. Oh, I just got a reminder, guys. Like, my brain got a reminder. My brain has squished in the right way. And it reminded me of one thing that I really wanted to share, guys. Actually, I have some good news. Oh, so I can talk about other good news as well. In a second. So first things first, I wanted to mention... Okay, let's mention the Twitch-related stuff. This is not going to be a rant, guys, this time. The thing that has been fixed magically. Okay, I just switched the settings to the ones that I thought are not going to work, and they worked out. I finally finished all of the payout process and all of the affiliate onboarding that I had to start over again to make sure that I have provided all of the tax information. You know, that's okay. Long story short, I had to provide the new tax information that Twitch requires, and I did that. But in order to do that, you need to get through the affiliate onboarding once again. I never really had issues with that before. And a part of affiliate onboarding is, well, you're not losing the affiliate status technically, but you need to start over again, and you need to add your payout method. So every time when you are eligible for payout, Twitch knows what is your preferred payout method. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I had no idea because I was using the same account for 6 years, and I thought that nothing can go wrong in this case. Turns out something actually went wrong, and I couldn't set up the payout method for a very long time. I was handling it for about 2 months. I was contacting Twitch support at least 3 times. And at some point I got asked about quite sensitive information that I was not willing to provide until I really had to. So I started to... I tried a few different methods once again to set up the payout method, and actually it worked out. So fast forward to today, I actually got a Twitch payout. So yay! I sorted this out by accident. But I swear there is some kind of bug on Twitch side that I am not sure if I am willing to reproduce as a bug and report as a bug, because I have been dealing with it for 2 months, having no idea how to resolve the issue because everything seemed to be okay. And if I would want to reproduce the bug, then I would have to start the onboarding process from scratch, and I would have to get through all of this again, and I'm not sure if I have the mental capacity to do that. Did anything happen at your work? You were worried about a group of you possibly getting pink slip. I don't want to talk about this. It's a difficult situation, and I seriously consider looking for another job. That's it. Quick news. I prefer to not have a job for a while than to handle this kind of situation. So if I will announce in the next, I don't know, 4 months that I have no job, don't be surprised. Actually, it doesn't change anything, but maybe at least I would have a little bit more time to, I don't know, make some YouTube videos or something. But it's whatever at this point, like, whatever. Fair enough. Well, from an old hand, look now, see if you find anything and do the bare minimum at work. Simple as that. It's been a bit too much. And I promised myself I will never get into this kind of situation again. So we discussed it with Laser, and there is a really high chance that I am going to quit. Cause last time when I was in very difficult situation, I couldn't handle this. And Laser was this wise man to actually give me an advice to quit, because I didn't see how much my mental health has degraded. And I promised myself I will never allow for it to happen again. If you're laid off, then take the time off and look for a job. Yeah, I'm just secretly looking for something already. And it takes a while, so I just don't know what do I want anymore. So it's just, it might be a little bit of bad news, a bummer in general, because I really like what I'm doing at the current workplace. I really do like it. But the situation became unbearable. For the whole team. Needs to firewall yourself. If you can't do that, then yeah, you have to quit. Yeah, it's been a bit much. I know I can't, and I know that some other people can't, and they will leave. And if they will leave sooner than I do, then I will be in bigger trouble. So for my mental health, it's the best to just, to just quit at this point. And it hurts me a lot. I was thinking about some transferring to other team, but it seems like I am not getting a lot of support in that, like in this decision. So at least nobody will forbid me from quitting. What about you, Evil Space Monkey? Are you okay in your workplace right now? Did it get any better? Wow, guys, we got it! Nice! Got only one reward, but this time it goes to Meow. Thank you for joining. This time nobody wants to speak to us and tell us that the princess is waiting or something like that. Oh, actually they spoke up. This is the Abyssal Coast. Few celestial ships return home from these waters. Stay alert. Don't worry, if we die, we will respawn. It always happens. And we try again. The princess can wait. Don't worry, the princess can wait. I believe that I still need to place down the breacher tank. Am I right? I had the mission for placing 2 units. Oh, this time I need to place 2 berserkers. Alright. Vibe, or whatever you want. Place wherever you want. Just remember to place your units every 5 minutes, so I am not the only one who is dying right there. Let me check. Were these auto quests? No, you have to collect the rewards. I knew that something was off. I knew that. Yeah. Maybe I should focus on making those quests a little bit more. Alright, let's get back to Factorio. If I want to landfill this area, then it's... There is a lot of things that get in the way, but yeah. There is a lot of stone that needs to be delivered that is not really delivered. And I knew... Okay, know what I wanted to do. I wanted to split it 3 times. It don't make much sense right now, but bear with me. And then move it. Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it. Move it like this. And have 2 belts of stone so we can make it faster. Finally. Okay. I knew that I was up to something. I don't remember what was I up to. Let's see. Oh, by the way, if there is anybody who would like to have their username written down with the conveyor belts, then let me know, guys. You can redeem the name in the game, just the name in the game. I don't have like special for Factorio. There was Rek who specifically asked for it, and I was like, okay, nobody asked about it earlier, but it sounds like a cool idea. So you can ask for your name if you want to. I will try to replicate the situation from this part of the base. And see how it goes. Okay, so Evil Space Monkey says, I am for now. We had another round of the Reaper Eviscerate and Adjunct practice. They lost half their people. Jesus Christ. How many people is that? I mean, it doesn't matter. Cutting a team by half, like the area by half? Oh my god. Which is absolute insanity because they can't turn around 4 bids now, totaling 2.5 million in revenue. It's just madness. We might be hitting the bottom though. I'm hearing several teams getting headcount opened, but strangely enough, they are hiring externally, not offering the roles internally. But why is that? Wouldn't you prefer to kind of keep your people like inside the company if possible? Wait, how is that possible that they are hiring internally, that they are not hiring internally but they are hiring externally? Are they going to use like outsourcing companies, something like that? Never seen that before. I guess some Harvard MBA graduate thinks we need new blood and get rid of the dead wood, and this is the biggest mistake that they can make. Pretty soon they won't have a business left. There is a high chance, if you say so. About 40 people? Wow. Even if you have 40 people in the team and you're going to fire 50%, this is a lot. This is way too much. Nope, no outsourcing, permanent headcount. But this is strange that they prefer new people over let's call them old people, but you know what I'm talking about, the specialists, the people that already know what is happening in your company. And it doesn't matter if these are the software developers, if these are people from sales, they know the company enough to actually use it to their advantage, if I can call it this way. So it doesn't make any sense to me, but seems like it makes a lot of sense to some kind of director that will probably regret this at some point. 12,000 have been canned since January globally across the company. That is 12? No, wait, I misunderstood something. 12,000 people have been fired? No. I had to misunderstand something, right? Who could possibly fire 12,000 people? Our organization has close to 500,000 folks globally. Okay, so that turns into a big problem, because if the organization is close to 500,000 people hired globally, then it seems like it's like a small percent in general, but these are all of the people's lives, you know. Hello, the ranged. I'm not sure if this is a good question to ask, if this is General Electric or any other company possible. I believe that Evil Space Monkey would prefer to stay anonymous in this case, so let's not expect them to respond if this is this company or any other company, but this is ridiculous. This is 12,000 of people's lives that is going to change completely. But how are you doing, the range? Long time no see, I think. Are you going to have a nice weekend? Do you have any plans for the weekend? And the most important question, are you still streaming? Because I haven't seen it in a while. It might be different schedules, you know, different time zones, but I am not sure. So that's why I'm asking. In the meantime, I'm pretending that I know what I am doing. In Factorio. Do we have a radar in here? Probably not. See... Oh, you don't see this. This is good. You don't see what I am producing, because this is behind my llama's head, so at least I don't have to explain to you that I am making the gear wheels manually. I streamed a little bit earlier this year, not in the last couple of weeks. I'm good, just work has been manic. Another person whose work has gotten insane. What's going on with people these days? We live in 2024, and I thought that all of the madness has gone already since the 2020, you know what I mean? So the reason why I ask is because I wanted to give you a shout out, and I didn't know if you're active or if you're inactive, but I guess that it makes you active, so we can give you a shout out. Yep. So guys, make sure that you're going to check out the ranged, who is a variety streamer, and you can possibly benefit from finding another streamer to watch. Evil Space Monkey says, we haven't hit rock bottom. It keeps getting delayed by the money printer going brrrr. Yep, humans. How can you resolve the issues? You can print the money. It's going to solve all of the issues. Don't take it out of context, please. I'm being sarcastic right now. But I genuinely have heard of the people who think this way, and that it's not going to destroy the economy. I'm not saying that I'm great with the economy, because I don't consider myself this kind of person. But at least I have some basic awareness, or at least I hope so. And hearing that some people believe that that printing money is going to change things for the better, and everybody could benefit from that, and it just sounds strange. Okay, I shouldn't even talk about that. Oh, these guys are going to clean it up. Are we in the network? Apparently we are. We should use the opportunity then. Okay, great. Oh, by the way, the ranged, we have been reading FFF earlier. If you're interested, it seems like they're making some really nice changes. But actually, I am hyped for the DLC part the most. No matter what, I am hyped for the DLC part the most. And also there is Frostpunk release date if you're interested, guys. And I forgot to mention about one more thing. And this is something that I'm truly excited about, because because this is one of the Kickstarter campaigns that I have backed, and there is no problem with it so far. And I am so proud of it, guys. I wanted to mention it, but then I reminded myself, oh, I didn't give you any information regarding the, the Twitch payouts, that I finally got the Twitch payout for the past few months. I have collected it up, and I actually got it as payout. And I completely forgot to mention that the Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game Kickstarter campaign that I have backed, has already sent the containers to different countries, and depending on the region where you live, they already started shipping the pledges to people. I didn't receive my pledge yet, although I got information from one of the streamers that I know that they have received their pledge, and they have sent me the picture of their pledge, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so jealous, you can actually unpack it already. Yeah. I got all in, so I have to wait a little bit longer. But the Grail pledges, so almost the highest pledges, have been shipped already, so it's just a matter of time for my pledge to be sent to me. And I am sure that you might want to see some of the miniatures, so at least I hope so. And my plan is to do the unboxing on stream. If you have watched the previous kind of miniature painting / just chatting streams, then you probably know that I did something very similar with Frostpunk, because I backed Frostpunk board game on Kickstarter, but also I backed Darkest Dungeon board game, and I was streaming the first wave unboxing and the Frostpunk unboxing. So it would be really nice to show you what I got because of you guys. Actually, I got Heroes of Might and Magic the board. Not sure about the Heroes, but I'm sure about Darkest Dungeon, that I got it because of you guys, that you kind of helped me out with it, with the Twitch payouts. I guess that you haven't missed anything deranged. I was just asking if I can give you a shout out if you're active enough. This is the light oil, and for the light oil, well, it is difficult when you don't have the liquid inside, am I right? Oh no, this will be a mess. But okay. If done right, of course, it saves the economy. It stops the waste of the unemployment cycle, but the unspoken part of Keynesian economics is the problem. It's not going for roads and other infrastructure projects. It's being used to delay debt repayments and going into the pockets of the ultra-rich. So, the same rule applies. If I can be sarcastic again, it's better to be rich than to be poor. Once again. I have shared some big brain thoughts with you guys. I know. Okay, everything is connected regarding this. But in this case, I got all of the cables. I got all of the cables plugged in, but not in this case. I am pretty sure I was not connecting it manually at all. So yay, the robber barons win the century. I'd rather be healthy and rich than sick and poor. Unfortunately, if you are rich, then you have the means to keep yourself healthy. Of course, it doesn't apply to everything because you can still suffer from really nasty illnesses, but in general, you have the means to take care of your health properly, to get yourself checked at a regular basis, and to pay for the health emergencies that might happen, and they happen to everyone. Happy time zone to you as well, Newfie. How have you been lately? Do you have a weekend off this time as well? Do you have any plans? Speaking of plans in general, I have weird thoughts lately. You know that I don't really visit the theater or cinema, whatever you call it. Depends, British English or American English. I never really visit those places because I tend to comment on the movies a lot. And I don't want to spoil somebody else's experience. But I can't stop myself from commenting during the movies, especially if there are parts of the plot that don't really make a lot of sense. So there is not necessarily ill intention in all of that, but it might be annoying to some people, and I fully understand that. Happy lurking the ranged. And I have heard that, but let me verify something really quickly, because I don't want to mess up, let's put it that way. I hope that Kenny is not listening right now, because I am going to talk about something really controversial to him. I know that Kenny the Pirate is a huge fan of Dune, and I haven't watched the new Dune for various reasons. One of the biggest reasons is the fact that I tend to talk during the movie when I am supposed to watch it, right? So I have heard the opinions from a few people already that there is the second part of Dune and that it is amazing and it is much better than the first one, and that I should definitely go and watch it. And somehow I don't feel convinced to do that. Because if somebody is really hyped for something and is telling me that I should definitely do something, I have a lot of second thoughts. And by the way, I know that I am going to discuss on the movie plot with Laser during the movie, and somebody might hear it and it might spoil their experience. So I don't want to do that, but I can't stop myself. There was too much of Netflix in my life, and there is the convenience of just pushing the pause button and being able to discuss something and rewind in order to show some absolutely ridiculous part of the plot is something that I just cannot live without anymore. And that's why I'm not watching the movies in the theater anymore. And also I am worried because people who I discussed the Dune with, they were so hyped, and I was like, okay, good for you, but you're not really convincing me to watch it. And I didn't want to be rude or anything, but it really gives me some second thoughts. What are your thoughts about this, guys? Nufti says, I do until Sunday night. I got a game for $3 on Switch. It's called The Survivalist. I'm going to check it out. Nice. Wait a minute, Survivalist? I think I have heard of this game. This is like pixelated graphics, and I'm not sure, but this was, I think it was generated map, was it? I think I recognize that game. It was quite popular like a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check it out really quickly. The Survivalist game. Oh, wait. Is it surviving on an island? Sorry, I confused this game with something else. It's not the game that I had in mind. But it looks really nice and cute. It gives me a little bit of the Don't Starve vibes. So you have a little bit of the chance to play the game and get to know it. Nice. What can I say? Have fun then! And let us know what are you thinking about it. Where did I leave my spider? Yes. Are we in the network, by the way? Are we in the network? Are we there yet? Yes, we are in the network. I have an idea how to make things a little bit less nasty than they usually are. And I will start with the oils, because oils are the most nasty part, in my opinion. So if I will try to keep it nice in the network... Oh, come on, this could even try... This was kind of a great attempt already. Unbelievable. So basically I want to have... Let me guess, I don't have any roboports? But roboports should be available, am I right? It's just logistic bots that are lazy bots, and they do not want to deliver all of those. Yes, they do not want to deliver all of those thingies. 0 on the way. Where are all of the lazy bots, logistic bots hiding, pretty much? They are not on the way, but they are supposed to be. Told you, lazy bots. We got passive provider chest. We got 100 of these thingies. And we should be in the... Yes, we should be in the I wanted to say purple, in the orange area. Strange. Also, don't be surprised if I mention the name of the color and it is not the legit color in this case. So let's say I was thinking about the orange color, but for some reason I feel the need to say purple. I just need to think about the colors a little bit more. It's the same with the green and blue. I tend to say blue when I want to mention green. And in this case, it is a little bit easier to explain that, but in case of purple and orange, not really. So don't be surprised that this kind of stuff does happen. Alright, let's try to build something because I will go crazy already. We got the pipes and we could line it up nicer. We could. Maybe I will use the cut then. Oh no, they started placing down things. Oh, what a bummer. Alright. I will have to fill it once again because I can see that there is some kind of gap, like small gap. Something is not right. As some people would say, something is no yes. Something is definitely no yes. But okay, we're doing that no matter what. And you little bots, you're going to move your tiny butts. I think that I haven't copied everything, or okay, the assembling machines would have to be turned towards those pipes, but I think that it will happen automatically when the bots are going to place it down. But I need to make sure when I see the bots. But everything seems to be alright, like according to the logistic network, everything is available, or at least I hope so. So I'm not going to do anything about that. This time I turn into lazy bot, and the lazy bots, construction bots, all of them are moving the bots. Exactly. That's nice. Okay, let's move on then. And let's try to figure out what I'm going to copy again. And I want, by the way, I wanted to make a network in here, right? Yes. Okay, so I was looking forward to get any of the roboports, but my request was not satisfied because reasons. Because I am in logistic network, but not really in the logistic network. Should I turn it off and on again? Maybe this is going to help, but I have never seen this kind of situation before. No, it could be too little of the bots, but the logistic bots are there. The logistic bots are delivering stuff to you. Oh, we got the battle that is ready to begin, so I believe that right now we have something else to do, and we got a little bit of update because this time we got 8 allies on the battlefield. So guys, you just needed a little bit of warm-up. That's fine. Let's put the stronghold on ourselves, and I'm not sure about these guards. They definitely look scary, but we'll see. Somebody's butt is going to get some bonks. amazing! Look at that! Isn't it amazing? We got a victory! And this time I'm going to give the reward to Blady and then must make a meow. It depends. Like, I will try to give it to you guys. Like, one of you gets the reward and then another one. So I am just alternating between you guys. Is there anything that I can do that would be a quest? Okay, we can win 3 battles. We can place 5 units. That's okay. We can get all of that. And I don't really have to try too hard in this case to get some kind of upgrades. So it's good. Let's go for the easier challenge. We're farming the chests. As always, no matter what grade of the chest it is, if we win it, I am happy with it. Oh, the shadows, they're a little bit cute, I need to admit. They're supposed to be abyssal beasts and whatever, but they look really cute. They hunt support and ranged units. It's an assassin, so this time I will try with the vampire or with a rogue, some kind of different unit than a tank, because I don't really want a slow unit. A tank is a slow unit, they won't make it to the enemies before the enemies are going to hunt down everyone else. And please keep in mind that there is additional shadow right there, so if you could try to avoid getting flanked, that would be great. I don't know how to do that. This game is pretty random anyway, and you cannot really send your units and hope for the best. Like, you're sending your units, you're hoping for the best, but really, you can't... How to say that? You can't really predict where your units are going to go because this is random. So you're praying for that to happen somehow without killing your most important units, right? So we got the battle selected and feel free to chill and just place the units. And I forgot to place it on YouTube as well, but I can actually do that. Yep, I keep it for the future reference because I'm not getting much traffic on YouTube, although at least I will have the link on YouTube video. Because this is the multi-stream. I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. Although in YouTube case it turns into the video automatically, in Twitch case I have to make it into a highlight. So it is much more convenient for you to actually watch the videos when they get highlighted on YouTube and then on Twitch. I might accidentally forget or have some kind of bug that will prevent me from getting a highlight on Twitch, which happened in the past. That's why I have lost a few things, a few streams that I really cared about. So YouTube seems to be more convenient in this case and more reliable in this case. And actually, this is the question that I have asked you guys in the past. In polls and ideas, I believe that it was about a week ago when I was trying to check out a few of the links. Well, I was trying to make the playlists for the Twitch highlights. And I have noticed that there is a much easier way to handle checking different categories. So what you need to know is the video producer section for streamers for their own content on Twitch could use a little bit of makeover, could use a little bit of more features to make everything easier to be found. And I was suffering because the UI is not the best. Thanks to Laser, I have found another way that is much easier, so I could group the streams of a certain category and make them into a collection, so you could possibly watch it if you're interested in some of the past streams. I have heard questions regarding my past Terraria streams, for example. And around that time when I was streaming Terraria, when I was streaming Darkwood and Red Dead Redemption 2, there was a bug on Twitch that involved the highlight making. So if you're not aware of that, this stream itself is active on Twitch as a video, of course, if you have marked the option to save the video. It is active for 14 days. It's more if you got Twitch Turbo, and it's even more if you're a Twitch partner. But let's talk about the basic option. You're a Twitch affiliate. You have 14 days they are keeping your video for 14 days, and you can highlight it for free. There is no limit on highlights. I will try to avoid speaking up about this stuff because I'm giving Twitch ideas about making it limited or something. But you can make a highlight. And you can make a highlight of the full stream. It doesn't matter. You can divide it into different categories. You can make clips out of that, whatever you need. If there is something longer that was worth clipping but doesn't allow to be clipped because clip has got certain time limit, then you're going for the highlight. But you can highlight the whole stream, and many people actually do that. So I was doing that myself as well. But there was a bug around the time when I was playing Darkwood and Terraria and Red Dead Redemption 2, that the grace period was a little bit too short. So technically it wasn't 14 days for you to make a highlight of the stream, it was 13 days, which makes a lot of difference, especially because there were errors during the making of the highlights themselves. Sometimes when you were making a highlight, then it was getting stuck and the highlight could not be finished. Good thing about making highlights on Twitch is that when you set up what areas, what parts of your stream you would like to make into a highlight, then you just accept it, you save the changes, and it is being done automatically. So you can abandon the page and it will still be remembered. But back then on Twitch there was something wrong with making the highlights themselves. And if you didn't make it in 13 days, and also if you were making it last minute, like happened to me a few times, and you were getting an error, there was a chance that you could lose the stream. And this is how I have lost a few of very, very valuable streams. And the one that I regret the most is losing the first stream of Darkwood playthrough. So pretty much the part that was considered the best by many of you guys is missing. And once your stream, your VOD has been deleted, you cannot get it back. The only way to save it is to make a highlight, and unfortunately I was getting an error, and back then You had to try a few times in order to make a highlight, and not every highlight was turning out as a success, so not every video that I was making was getting turned into a highlight, which sounds really strange when I say this, but this is how Twitch was working a few years ago. And this is why I have lost my precious Darkwood stream, where I was probably the most terrified ever. I remember that Vals always has some good memories regarding that. And unfortunately, I have lost those streams. So, good news is, maybe I cannot replicate the effect because it is not possible, but at least I could try to record a part the first 4 days of Darkwood. I don't remember the early game too much anyway, so I could just use that to my advantage. Just record the first part of the stream for my own enjoyment in the way, and also I could make kind of the playthrough complete. That's why I asked in polls and ideas on Discord if you would like to see me playing Darkwood for the first 4 in-game days. That was the reason. Because the collection is not complete. All the other streams from Darkwood have been saved. They are available with the late game, with the end game, with 2 endings actually. But not the first stream. So it's almost a complete collection, but without the first stream. And also, I believe that it is worth mentioning that it was Laser who has showed me that you can look through the highlights and filter them by category, but not from the streamer's view, but from the viewer's view, from the same part that you see, pretty much. And this gave me a aha moment because I was saving up all of the information about my streams in an Excel spreadsheet. So every time when I was making a highlight, I had to add an entry to the Excel spreadsheet. And I haven't been adding this for a while because I was a little bit fed up with this activity, let's put it that way. And I was thinking of options to automate this to not suffer from it. And in the meantime, Laser came up with this idea. All in all, we got Darkwood Collection on Discord, not on Discord. I think I haven't placed it on Discord yet. There will be some changes regarding the channels, and you will get the collections, the links to the collections on Twitch. This is not uploaded to YouTube, so you won't be able to see it on YouTube. There are only 2 playlists that are available on YouTube. The Llama's Agoraphobic Megabase and Dreamworld for Llamas. Look at this plastic, guys. Wow. What happened? Why do we produce so little plastic? What happened with the coal? Wait, Llamas. Oh. But the train should come. What happened with the train? Is the train loading a little bit too slow? What's going on, Mr. Train? We got 2k of wood right there. What's the problem? They're loading a little bit too slow. Yep, there is some issue. Yeah, there is some issue. Okay, we're going there. I mean, this is not the best way of loading the material in the first place. I understand. But this is an abomination, guys. Woo. I was hoping that we're not going to have any coal-related issues, but if we get coal-related issues, wait for it. Are we getting energy issues? No. Good lord. Not yet, but there is a chance that half... Yes, there is a chance that half of the power plant is going to stop working, so we need to work now. Actually, Llamas, we got 15 minutes for the stream raiders, and actually I am not sure if I want to stream for the full 4 hours today, because I am really tired and my throat hurts. I don't know why. So in order to avoid getting sick, it would be the best for me to just take some time and just allow my throat to get some rest. Because usually it ends up with some kind of infection and sickness, and I would like to avoid it. So sorry for the inconvenience. It just feels a little bit weird, like a little bit scratching in the throat or something like that. But at least we can see if there is... Well... there are no radars. Can we get the radars? I'm pretty sure that we're making them already, and we could use like 50 of them. They should be in the network. And why am I not getting the roboports? This is something that I still cannot figure out. I know that we're not in the network right now, but we should enter the network soon. And if those lazy bots are not going to move their lazy bots, then I don't know what is going to happen. What is going on here? Why are we not in the logistic network? We are in the logistic network. There is no satisfaction. We cannot get any satisfaction. Come on, what's wrong? What's wrong, Llamas? Butter chicken, good to see you. I am trying to figure out why am I not getting the roboports even if I set them up. As the logistic request, and we got this in the network. Okay, I remember there was some kind of shortcuts. For checking the logistic network, but I can't remember it right now. But we got it in the network. What's your problem? We're even going to get there, And we got the roboport in here. There is absolutely no excuse. Little guys, what are you doing? There is no robot in the way. There is something going on because wait. None of the logistic bots is connected. Okay, these are two separate networks, and I haven't noticed that they are not connected with this yellow line right there. And apparently we got two separate logistic networks. If I am going to throw in... Oh, by the way, okay. I need at least one of these roboports, so I will take half of this. Doesn't matter. And if we place it in between, this should resolve my issue. Am I right? Yes, right now there are 8 bots on the way. And they were in that second network, remember? In that second part of the network, because I was trying to figure out, you know, the oil related stuff. I was trying to employ the bots to do that. And for some reason, when I was trying to place down the roboports along this main bus, something has happened, and I haven't noticed that there is one roboport that should be in between those. So we had two separate logistic networks, but right now it's okay. The problem is fixed. It is not fixed in a very, very pretty way, but it is fixed. So right now I should be able to redeem the landfill, like to request the landfill. Not the landmines, but it's a good idea to get some landmines as well. And get as much of the landfill as I can. So I'm just waiting for the bots to provide this. There are some bots on the way, but they are not having the best time, to say the least. I mean, I knew that I don't have a lot of logistic bots, but this... Alright, we had two separate networks and all of the bots were going crazy. Okay, the landfill... Let's avoid the landfill right now, because I know that I can just move it to my own inventory, but this is still way too slow. For the amount of production that we need to make, it is way too slow. And let's get rid of this stuff. It would be really nice if I could find some kind of stash area that would be located somewhat in the half of the base, something like that. Oh, by the way, we're getting all of the fish. So all of the fish are going to be frozen. See? They're not going to move. If I'm going to use the deconstruction planner on them, at least they are not going to kind of die, and I could use them for the future Spidertrons. So good for me, actually. And let's make it the bigger area. Why do I handle a small area like this? Hey, bots, you should really pick this up. Yeah. Don't want to kill any of the fishies. If it's important for the for the Spidertrons in the future, we need to take the responsibility for the Spidertrons in the future, and we need to make sure that they reproduce on the regular basis, right? We got 5 minutes for the Stream Raiders to be finished, and actually I can see that I can just start the battle earlier. I will try to do that then, and then we'll see how it goes. Fish can multiply? No, but I was just joking about the Spidertrons. In order to build a Spidertron like this, you need to have a raw fish for some reason. And the fish cannot multiply in the ponds, but I was saying you can multiply the Spidertrons. We need to take care of the Spidertrons population, and no, that was purely a joke. Let me start the battle earlier in Stream Raiders, because you are definitely not in the mood to play some Stream Raiders, so I am going to just start early and see how it goes. Yes, we need to place a spell and start the battle. Unfortunately, guys, I am starting the battle a little bit early right now because I want to end the stream. And I am looking for somebody who I could possibly raid right now. Alright, we got this, guys. Wow, we did good. This is awesome. Congratulations, thank you for company, Mr. Meow. Well, the thing is that if my throat feels a little bit scratchy, I am worried about the Sunday stream. And there is a lot of stuff going on the Sunday stream, so I will try to just take some rest, as much of the rest as possible today. And hopefully I'm not going to get sick. But just in case, if there can possibly be a stream cancel, I'm not sure about that right now, so I cannot tell. The best way to check it out is to either visit my Discord or to check the stream title on my page if I mention that I am sick or not. So this is the best way to check if I am going to stream. The stream should happen on Sunday at 2 PM UTC if nothing goes wrong, but right now I feel that it might get cancelled. So it depends if I am still going to have a voice in 2 days. So I will end up earlier, much earlier than usual. This is strange. I have found somebody to raid already, so if I could ask you, it would be lovely to stay for the raid. And by the way, I am going to leave the raid notification, so you can leave the message in the chat. We're here to chew hay and party, and we're out of hay. If you could leave this message in the chat, that would be awesome. That would show Salamander that llamas can party, right? And that's the plan. We're going to make a little bit noise on somebody else's channel. I'm sure that you're going to enjoy Salamander, who is playing Baldur's Gate 3. So go for it. Make sure that you leave this message, and we're going to raid a really, really nice streamer. I'm sorry, guys, for not performing well today. Speaking of my voice, but I start to feel like something is going on with my throat, and I need to rate once again because it was the wrong username, because it is Salamander, not Salamander. And there is the unrate command. Awesome. Alright guys, make sure that you will make some noise on Salamander's channel. They are playing Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment. They are an awesome streamer that is definitely worth checking out if you haven't watched them yet. And the information that I can leave to you guys, make sure that you check out my Discord or my Reddit or the YouTube, and turn on the reminders to know when I am going to stream. I would like to thank everyone who have joined today. Make sure that you take care of your health, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Don't be mad if I will have to cancel the stream. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely rest of your day or night. Depends on your time zone. And see you later. In the meantime, we are raiding Salamander in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bye, everyone.